First, I would like to give glory to God. It has been quite a challenging season since the year began, but we have remained silent, resilient, and even though we have lost loved ones, struggled through hard times, among other challenges. Today, I want to address challenges we have created and continue to create, situations the government has put us in by continuously ignoring rulings from our courts and failing to deliver on its own promises, failing to provide adequate security, and subjecting us to extreme high costs of living. The list goes on and on. As you know, one of my pet subjects is public debt. And in this regard, on the 27th of February, the National Treasury submitted a report to Parliament indicating that Kenya had borrowed 223 billion shillings between September to January. This, at the time, was about 62 million shillings per hour. In just February alone, when you saw the shenanigans with the Eurobond, the government added another 545 billion shillings to our debt, borrowing in a total of 6 months, 768 billion shillings, which is more than the previous regime of Uhuru Kenyatta did in 1 year. Uhuru's highest borrowing was 800 billion ever in his 10-year period. But in 6 months, this government has already reached that target. That translates to a very frightening figure of 177 billion shillings an hour. For your information, Parliament only approved in the budget, this budget of Kenya Kwanza, a total of only 341 billion shillings for borrowing. Any extra amount above 341 is purely illegal because it does not finance anything in our budget. Where it is allowed to borrow more in order to pay back an existing loan. Where is it, rather, that the government is allowed to borrow to pay existing loans? Where in the budget can we find the infrastructure bond? You saw them borrowing domestically 240 billion shillings for infrastructure, so-called an infrastructure bond domestically. Where is it in the budget? It does not exist. We have now become a debt-driven economy, completely debt-driven. We are becoming more and more slaves to debt. And before all of you start feeling there is so much confidence in the shilling, we have the figures as of February 29th, end of last month, where usable foreign exchange plunged by 259 million shillings, which left us with only 3.7 months worth of import cover. This tells you we are short of our 4 months, but it tells you Kenyans are mopping up a lot of dollars. They still do not have confidence in the shilling. This is a very sad state of affairs as Kenyans continue to suffer. And as they suffer, the conversation has shifted from our issues to issues about power, politics, positions, jobs. AU, we have issues here in Kenya. A few weeks ago, my very good friend, Raila AU Bid, expressed his desire for the AU chairmanship. And honestly, I believe he is the best man for the job. He will do this country proud and this continent proud. What I don't understand, however, is that since his declaration, the people's agenda, which we were made to believe is his coalition, his coalition was championing, has been put on hold and he is now the focus. The Azimio coalition is dredging the political landscape and pulling out people who are part of Kenya's problems and presenting them as solutions. As the ruling Kenya Kwanza coalition is busy scheming on how to take credit for Mr. Odinga's candidacy, my friend Kalonzo Musyoka has hit the road positioning himself to take over leadership. And it is my view, and I don't think I'm alone, that Kalonzo Musyoka is best following the path of Raila AU Bid. He has been in elected politics for 40 years. He's part of the old order. He's got no change agenda. He should really be retiring and looking for different leadership in his Wiper party to come up to the national stage. It's a time to hand over to new people, fresh people, younger people. And just as this is all happening, people are focusing on positions, Kenyans are still struggling for a basic meal and school fees. The so-called bottom-up model has become a bottom-down model. In this day and time, we are losing our own people to banditry. 53 lives just the other day. I've seen in Kisii today, more skirmishes. And yet, we have a president that is taking our police force to a war zone. That thing is not called peacekeeping. We are going to fight a war. Police are not meant to fight wars. That is for the military. And I want to suggest to my good friend William Ruto, since he doesn't seem to understand the danger you're putting our own people, our own police force in. I saw the Prime Minister of Haiti coming here the other day. In reciprocation, he should go and visit Haiti to go and see where he's taking our police officers and come and tell us the state of affairs in that country before he sends our people there. Leadership is the backbone of any institution. In Kenya, cunning leadership is our biggest problem, led by the president himself. He has been using all his cunning talents to dress up the crooked policies that have failed our country. Don't forget that he is the author of the same horrible policies of the past regime. He continually breaks law, as was evident with the unconstitutional housing levy. We have one problem in Kenya. We don't have three. One. And that is William Samoei Ruto. His status quo, his continuity, or worse, of the problems that have gotten us where we are, and he offers no hope or no change for Kenyans. Fellow Kenyans, I understand and share in your pain. We have got a lot of challenges in our great country, but equally, I want you to have confidence in who we are as a people. We have come out of tremendous problems in our past. tremendous challenges. And even this, we shall overcome. We are optimistic people. We beam daily of hope. We are known for fighting and relentless challenges. And we are known to be great together. We are going to win this economic battle. We are going to win this financial insecurity. We are going to cut off the chains of debt, the chains of our slavery, and have no doubt that Kenya is going to go much, much further. We are going through a transition. This is a transitional period in our country, and a new era is about to dawn on us that will take us beyond your imagination.